भवतु। सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै। तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। We'll read 10th and 11th verse. यदा पंचावतिष्ठन्ते ज्ञानानि मनसा सह बुद्धिश्च न विचेष्टति तामाहुः परमां गतिम् तां योगमिति मन्यन्ते स्थिराम् इन्द्रियधारणाम् अप्रमत्तस्तदा भवति योगो हि प्रभवाप्ययौ नैव वाचा न मनसा प्राप्तुं शक्यो न चक्षुषा अस्तीति ब्रुवतोऽन्यत्र कथं तदुपलभ्यते नैव वाचा न मनसा प्राप्तुं शक्यो न चक्षुषा अस्तीति ब्रुवतोऽन्यत्र कथं तदुपलभ्यते कथं तदुपलभ्यते। We were seeing that the mind is required, a special mind is required to know this self as the Brahman. Hrida Manisha Abhiklipta, focused mind, non-oscillating intellect. And third was well informed. Abhiklipta means well informed by the Shastra and Guru. And every mind needs some kind of culturing, some kind of intellectual training is required to go into the subject, because our mind is very much trained to all the time objectify only. All the time we are thinking about this. It is our habit. This object, this person, working this topic, thinking about that matter. So mind is not at all given a kind of education to think about I. It is uneducated mind regarding the way of thinking about I. And therefore this Upanishad gave two mantras. for nididhyasana or meditation. What was those mantras? We already saw that. But these two mantras are meant to take your attention that if a person has already done his meditation and upasana yoga, another was Ashtanga yoga. If these two yogas he has already practiced before coming to the Vedantic class, then he will get the knowledge merely by listening. But most of the people they have not done sufficient upasana and sufficient is different for everybody. Only how much medicine shall I take? So that depends. The doctor will say whatever is sufficient for you. How long my treatment will that depends upon you. So sufficient is a subjective word. So for some little upasana may be sufficient. He does this much of upasana and that is sufficient for him. Half an hour he did upasana, it is sufficient for him. For some 5 hours of upasana may not be sufficient, depending on the defect of the mind. For some, little meditation can give big fruit. For some people, meditation will not give fruit unless he practices for a very long time. Because all of us have a very different mind, different weaknesses, differing strong points. Some are very alert, very no laziness, but extremely narcissistic, selfish. They think about themselves. Some are not that selfish but extremely lazy. Some are both. Some have the tendency to hate and be angry more than attachment. Some don't hate but get attached very fast. They don't hate anybody. They don't like, but they are very fast. They get attached anywhere. Some are there who have less faith in them. Their faith quotient is lesser. Some are there, they have lot of faith, but Vedanta is very weak. They are not able to contemplate a lot for a long time. They feel I'm not able to go more into the depth. Thought doesn't come on the subject. Samskar is not that much. Some are very dynamic, but want to do their thing in their own way. Their ego is very big. So everybody has a different kind of weaknesses. Some don't get angry, but when they get angry, their anger lasts very long. Some are very short-tempered, very frequently they get angry, but their anger dies away. They get angry very frequently. It's a Mercurian nature, yes. But anger doesn't last. They also are saying, boy, I'm angry, but my anger is only for a short time. Some people don't get angry, but their anger is for long. If they get angry, it will be 1 day, 2 days. Very obstinate anger they have. They don't give up their thought. Now you can see where you are fitting in. Some have less problem of anger, but their passion is very much. Lust is too much. Some have the problem of competition. They immediately compare if other is getting more than me. Some are not competitive, but they themselves do, and they try to finish the work only by their ways. So we are very complex people from inside. And to deal with that, we need some complex sadhanas. When I say complex sadhanas, it means many sadhanas required to deal with a certain aspect of our mind. One sadhana won't work here. If somebody has problem in the back also, nerve problem, headache, migraine also, so in many medicines he requires. One medicine won't cure everything. And therefore we require jap also, we require puja also, we require meditation also, we require seva also, we require some kind of living with somebody also, because of our complicated mind. Things are not that simple as it is appearing to other person from outside. Here the topic is of meditation, how to prepare the mind. So therefore I had mentioned Upasana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. If you remember, if you don't remember, what to say. So Upasana Yoga makes the mind detach from outer person and object. Upasana makes the mind detached and it makes your mind go inside. So you start enjoying your own company. You don't have to see somebody if you are a upasak. You wait for my time of meditation, of puja or japa, etc. Upasana makes you free from entanglements, emotional entanglements. This capacity to make the mind free, that you are doing jap, so necessarily most of you I think will be closing their eyes while doing jap. Most of you, I hope so. Most of you must be closing the eyes. And when you close your eyes, you try to see that God in your heart, at least for 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 50, half an hour, hardly 1 minute I could say anything. Most of the time mind was running, but at least for some time I tried to see. At least I say I don't want to think. But if you have not done jap, then you would not have gone inside also. Or you do puja, you want to see inside. Do prayer, you close your eyes. You do prayer. So all that is a tendency to go within. This is upasana, cuts your running of the outside mind. Arrests the running mind. Then came the Ashtanga Yoga. If you remember, I had already described about 9 points were there about meditation. 8 or 9? 7 points. Okay. So, yoga is a meditational exercise culminating in samadhi. So, what was meditational exercise? When you have already trained your mind to do upasana. So, you have made your mind such that every day for 2 hours I am not of the world and not for the world. I am not for the world, not of the world, not in the world. You become somewhere you are tending towards your sannyas for 1 hour, 2 hours. And then you will extend it because upasana will give you much more fulfillment. Then comes the Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga is the direct way of detaching with the thought. Thought are there. But you stop cooperating with the thought. You disclaim the thought. That this anger thought is there, but I have no connection with this anger thought. I'm not at all connected with this thought. I'm not a part of this thought. Sadness thought is there, but this is the nature of this mind that I have, that it is sad. You disclaim your mind, not destroy your mind. Disclaim it. Let mind be there. Let anybody be on the road. I have nothing to do with the road, neither the people on the road. This is Ashtanga Yoga. Chitvritti Nirodha is there. Slowly you go more. And in that process, the speed of the thought and frequency of the thought decreases considerably. Even if you have not heard Vedanta. Vedanta, before meditation, before Vedanta is Chitta Vishuddhyartham, to purify and make the mind single pointed. You have prepared a tarred road now for takeoff. After hearing Vedanta, you have a thought given by the teacher that I am that consciousness which is not born. Now this thought has a road to go. Road has been prepared earlier by your meditation. You have smooth, nice runaways there. For takeoff, you need a long road is there. Okay. If road is not there, you can't take the plane off with the road full of potholes. A lot of boulders are kept here and there. You need a straight, smooth road for a long kilometer you require. Then it can take off. Vipassana and Ashtanga Yoga prepare this nice long hour road. Not long kilometer. Long hour mental load that you can have a capacity that other thoughts, potholes won't come in between. Sometime bird comes. The bird will come on the top. But on the road, dog may come. Dog is not allowed. Although dog will come, then they'll crush that. Because the speed is very high of that flight. Aeroplane speed, when it is picking up, it is taking off. It's very high speed is there. Okay. But I like all that thing. That is another matter. How the plane goes like that, like that. You always want window seat. I never like window seat anyway. So I always prefer aisle seat. So that when I have to go out, I don't have to jump over somebody. And if any lady is there, again you have to say, please, excuse me, please. So she will say, yes, please excuse me. Then you can't jump also. If man is there, you can jump also. Problem is if lady is there, I don't know, she will be offended. Well, who's this Swamiji is jumping? So this road is prepared by your... Are you getting my point? This is the problem. We are gate crashers. This is called backdoor entry. Like the engineering and medical, a lot of reservations are there. One Indian is getting 90% admission. The black is there, he got at 60%. Okay, now the problem will start when the classes, for the teacher problem is there. Of that requires a certain aptitude, that subject. It's not that easy subject. Therefore they start failing one after another. Now you don't have an aptitude, the road is not ready, thought is not going in this head with 60%. Teacher is trying to put a thought. The person with 90%, because aptitude is required by, you should not have gone for this engineering or this institute. Immediately caught it. This person who is not ready, a teacher is getting that. Sometimes they say they mark the copy, they don't know how to pass it. Teacher wants to pass, but there is no way to pass. He again sees the copy, again checks. रूढ़ी नहीं है. By the time they say second, third year, much are filtered out. क्या करें? Supposing somehow you pass them and make them doctor, engineer, what will happen to the institute and what will happen to the medical college? Even if you pass them by hook or by crook, ultimately you have to deal with the hard reality. Till now you have been hoodwinking the system and going through different tracks. Ultimately you will be dealing with the patient and your name will be there that this person is not a good doctor, he killed somebody. He operated and forgot the mobile in the stomach. And patient came, he said, all is okay, but I feel something is calling. I hear rings. The doctor said, I was thinking where I had forgotten my mobile. Or you are dealing with the machine. Very advanced technology has come. Problem is this now. 20-30 years back, technology was different of these machines. Machines are coming from Germany, US. They are highly technical machines with computerized. You need an aptitude to understand how it functions. This person is little blunt. He is not made for that. I'm not saying he can't do anything, but you are putting where he is not made for that. Sadak hai nahi, now company will say, okay, keep him away, bhai. He is not able. You have to somewhere face the hard reality. You cannot, for a long time, you cannot do like that. You will meet a dead end at your life. Well, I don't do meditation. Okay, then you will not be able to follow what is being said now. And now scripture said, if you have gate crashed and not come, so again you have to restart your system. Then what shall I do? Again go back to meditation. I hope you are getting. That is called Kritopasti and Akritopasti in Panchadashi. Well, I have heard all Vedanta, but my problems are not solved. This is what the problem is. Because you have a blockage, emotional blockage. Meditation clears emotional blockages. That means your attachment is there, aversion is there, ahankar is there, thoughts are there. To get out of that particular kind of mind, you need a heavy meditation. Or you need a tremendous upasana. My attachment is not going. I think you have to do upasana. You have to do more jap. And more puja you do that. My hatred is not going. Please bring God somewhere. You now need Ishtakar Vritti, thought of your Ishta Devata. And then you will think, my Lord won't like it, therefore I will drop it. Therefore you need long hours of upasana. I am talking of advance. You don't start all of a sudden. Everybody has different capacity. For 10 minutes I can't seek long hour. How is it? So, after that you need little. I was telling one day, one Swamiji was there. And some Grahast came to him. He said, when you talk about meditation, you have so many problems, office problem, house problem, phone problem, job problem, child problem, wife problem, in-laws problem. We can't meditate. Therefore, he said, therefore you need to meditate more because you have more problems. The day your mind is more disturbed, you need more meditation. Or you need more puja, whatever settles your mind. So this seeker is there who is now on the meditation, around 7-8 things I told about meditation. Ultimately, meditation will lead you to Samadhi. But remember that Samadhi is not the goal of Vedanta. It is on the way I saw that. Never think that Samadhi is the goal of Vedanta. Going to Johannesburg, on the way there is called midway. No? To go to midway is not your goal. You will see on the way. On the way you will have a coffee shop. On the way you will have some kind of resort, a restaurant. But to go to restaurant, you are not going to midway. So knowledge does not happen in Samadhi. Meditation is not the one which gives knowledge. It makes your knowledge firm and takes you out of emotional blockages, ego blockages, oscillations it removes, vikshep nivritti. And when you remember that, I told about Samadhi also, when you continue your meditation, one thought, ultimately all thoughts start going away. Only one thought is there. I am Atma, I am Atma. Slowly when one thought is practiced, you get disidentified with Anatmakar Vritti. But you know that I am meditating and I am the Atma. Other thoughts go away. Initially, lot of thoughts are there. As you progress, your thoughts lessen. As you progress, other thoughts go away. But you are aware. But more higher meditation when you are doing. Well, how long? That depends upon you. Then a time will come. You will be absorbed. Thought will absorb the thinker. Thought will continue. But thinker is not there. So you're not aware that I am meditating, although you are in deep meditation. You are not aware that I am meditating, and that is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Very, very gross way I am telling, because that is not the main subject. As you go in the more deeper text, you will have more knowledge about Samadhi, etc. Just giving you a little inkling of that, so that you are not seeing where I was not told what is Samadhi. But this is the way you try to get out of your hangovers. Okay. Well, supposing I don't meditate at all, then what will happen? Nothing will happen. What will happen? Who is stopping you? You will be the same person. These same sorrows will be there. Same joys will be there. The issue which bothered you 10 years back will still bother you. Well, automatically nothing will happen. No, sneezing will come. All of a sudden you will feel, I am feeling cold. If you don't meditate, and you hear Vedant, then you will have guilt. Because there's a block. Your knowledge will not be percolated. You will hear, I'm hearing since long, but nothing is, I'm not changing. You have not made a mind which takes the knowledge deep down in your emotional nerves. You have not made that mind. Mind is congested. It is blockages are there. Habitual emotional blockages are there. So your same issues will be bothering you after. Now this topic of meditation was over in how many verses? 2 verses only. 2 verses. Now 12th and 13th mantras are to tell that faith is there. That means Atma is there. Topic is changing, huh? Faith topic has come. Faith about the Brahman. Bole why? नैव वाचा न मनसा प्राप्तुम शक्यो न चक्षुषा. Because when ordinary person comes, he says, is there elephant here? No. Why you are not seeing? Because the means through which elephant is known, eyes don't see anything. Well, is something hot kept here? No. Acha, is somebody playing music here? No. Is something tasty is there in front of you? Nothing is there. Some perfume is kept in your bag? No. Very easily you say no, yes, no, yes. Because we are confirmed by using these 5 pramanas. Anything is existent because we are only using these pramanas, these means of knowledges to ascertain its existence or non-existence. Are you getting my point? So, yat yat praman gocharam tat tat asti. This is Vyapti. Whatever is known by any praman, that is there, and what is not known by any means of knowledge, that is not there. Okay. This is a common thing. So what do you want to say? Yat yat praman gocharam, whatever is known by the means of knowledge is asti, is there, and what is not known by any means of knowledge is not there. Only kheer is there. Where? Here. No, kheer is in the kitchen. You have the kheer in the breakfast. So breakfast also, lunch also, dinner also. Prasad is there. Prasad is there. You should never say no. You take some prasad. If you don't want a lot, at least take little bit. Otherwise, something will happen in your life. But don't take any chance. Prasad apman is Ishwar apman. So prasad one should take. Okay, I was not taking. Thank you. You told me, therefore something wrong is happening. So, when I say here kheer is there, no, not kheer is not there. Only thing is, if you keep on taking kheer etc. regularly, you will become more healthier. So, seeing a person, one can make it out that he is in the mission or not. He lives here or outside. So, now this habit is of using praman. And then, what is our habit? Use praman. Which praman? Pratyaksh and pratyak based praman. Only pratyaksh is not there. Because if it has rained outside, you don't see the rain, but you see the water all around. You say, "Acha bhai, Arthapatti Praman is there. It must have rained." Postulate. Hmm? Or it is very quiet. A lot of shoes are kept outside. You say, "I think satsang is started." There are pratyaksh based praman. So we are habituated to using a certain praman only. Once this habit comes, it is becoming difficult. There was one bus conductor. You have bus conductor here. In the taxis. So, bus conductor is there. So when they sign or they give the receipt, the bus is like that all the time. It is shaking. So in the house, his son came. He said, "Please sign my report card." He said, "Keep on shaking from the bottom." So, so we are habituated in working a certain environment.